I was looking for some help with my putting game. I went all the way over to Scotland. Well, not for real, but at least virtually, through the Skillest app. Ross Macleod Putting. I would encourage you, if you are in need of some putting help, look for a putting coach. And I think I can remember 1 or 2 times that I actually took a formal putting lesson. I thought this offseason, I want to change that. I want to really take a lot closer look at my putting. I have followed Ross Macleod on X for a decent amount of time, really liked the work that he did. They had a Black Friday special for a couple lesson package. I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hone in on what I need to work on. 2 really big benefits to working with a putting coach. You're going to get someone that has a very trained, practiced eye. This is their craft. They've looked at a ton of putting strokes. They're going to pick up on things in your individual stroke that you or your buddies, no matter how many times you look at it on video, would never pick up on. This is their specialty. They're really good at it, and they're going to help you hone in on what you need to work on. The second thing is they're going to make sure you have a rock-solid foundation with your putting. And then as an added bonus, one of the great things about putting, it is something that you can effectively work on at home, in your garage, with a simple putting mat. You can get a laser level, a putting mirror. Just working on it for 5 to 10 minutes at a time, you can build that foundation. You're going to be able to carry it with you out to the golf course when you're playing on the weekend with your buddies. So how do you do these virtual lessons? You use the Skillest app, and I'll put up some screenshots here of what that app looks like and what your expectations can be and what the process is when you're working with Ross. You can easily find Ross Macleod in the Skillest app. You can purchase lessons direct through that platform. Essentially what will happen is you will send him 2 to 3 videos of your putting. He gives you instructions on that. And then also it's very helpful if you share kind of some biographical information of yourself. Let him know what your struggles are, what your tendencies may be. Just give some background information on your putting, kind of what you're looking for. That is really helpful for him. And he essentially will review those videos, and he will send back to you through the Skillest platform him doing some commentary, drawing lines, things like that on the videos that you send him. So you get that voiceover work of him coaching you through what he sees in your putting videos.
I think you want to, I think you're finding out you're a bit of a pool putter. Most pool putters, when they take the putter back, even if they take the putter back working it inside on a little bit of an arc, which is what we want, see that putter's worked inside, a lot of people take it back shut and inside. A lot of people take it back shut and straight as well. But if that's where they see the straight line, that's fine. But we want to make sure it's consistent and in the right place. And I don't love to see this. If we look, see the yellow. I've done the 2 pictures because I noticed the difference in your eyeline was quite big here. Okay, the angle in your back, the yellow line of drawn up the lower part of your spine. That's very similar, right? But it's too high in my opinion, too upright. But I'll come back to that in a second. If you look,
gives you that feedback. You can message him directly through that Skillest app also to make sure that you're continuing to work on the right things. You can send them pictures, things like that. But it's an incredibly easy platform. I didn't really know what to expect using that Skillest platform, but it has worked really, really well. Been very pleased with it. And for myself, he really has helped build the right foundation. Adam Schenk recently, when he was going for his first victory on the tour, had a putt on the last hole of the tournament for over $1 million in his first victory. And he was using this putting stroke where he was gripping down on the metal shaft. It was just crazy. Here's a screenshot, a picture of what that was. So whether you're at the highest level of the game or trying to break 100, putting is something that can just drive you nuts. Ross will start with you on the most basic things, making sure you have a good sound grip, making sure your setup is good. And there's just so many variables. I often have just left putting up to chance. We know the odds are not in our favor. The best players in the world make about half of their 8-footers. It's really challenging no matter what level you're on. You don't have the right fundamentals. You're really, really just spinning the lottery wheel and if you're going to make the putt. So Ross will work with you on making sure you have a good grip, making sure you're a good distance from the ball, making sure you have good forward bend, making sure you have your eyes in a good spot where you see a straight line. And that'd probably be my number 1 tip should you purchase some lessons with Ross. The thing that's really going to save you some time when you get going, if you can relay to him how you see a straight line, whether that's your eyes a little inside the ball, directly over the ball, or very rarely on the outside of the ball. And I'll put some links to videos where I did a short video on how you can test how you see a straight line, and Ross has a video on that topic as well. But if you know how you see a straight line, that's going to be a little bit of a head start when you start to work with Ross if you know that information. That's my take on working with an online putting coach and my experience with the Skillest app. Would really encourage you to check out Ross's work. He's got a website, he's on X, he's got a YouTube channel. All of those links are down in the description of the video. Whether you work with Ross or someone else, work with a putting coach. Just a couple lessons. They're just as much as a brand new putter, but they're going to make sure you have the right foundation built no matter what putter you're using, and it's really going to benefit your game. And right now, during the off season, is a great time to work on your putting. I do thank you for taking the time to watch. I know I'm a small channel trying to grow it up there in subscribers. I do want to say thank you for everyone that has subscribed. I'm over that 1,000 subscriber mark now. I really appreciate that. Been putting out golf content for a while. Doing this on my own dime, on my own time. If you're into that sort of thing, I'd greatly appreciate it if you took the time and tap subscribe and join me on the journey. Thanks for taking the time to watch.